Well, another year in the little house. Everything's starting to look very pretty. We've got lots of new plants growing. You can see this fantastic little orange flowered plant that we're going to see sprawling all over the place fairly soon. Wisteria, which we bought from England. That's 1 year's growth, so I think we look forward to it being quite exciting next year. We're keeping this hedge for our little garden, and we've added a small gate, and appropriately named. It gives it a bit of structure, I think, anyway. Quite a nice little space. When it's windy, a bit chilly, it's absolutely perfect. In the garden we've managed to put together a compost heap. Eric's door has been painted beautifully, and so has the surrounds to the dunny, which were a bit of a drab grey previously. And this garden is also a year old and starting to look really pretty. We've taken the apple trees down quite substantially because we couldn't really crop the apples, and they're not really eaters anyway. The lawn itself is also a year old. As you see, nice two-tone green for some reason. Very pretty, very good condition. Lots of verbenas growing. Hillary's cockerel is coming on, and hopefully next year we'll have a few more growths and we'll see some more shape taking place. All these verbenas were self-seeded in my garden and in between blocks on the drive and bought out. This little pile of asters, I've been very, very happy this back end. And on the potager, what we've done this year is put out a few seeds just to see which will grow over winter. And we've got some hollyhocks and love in the mists, calendulas, and a range of the poppies that we had last year that were so successful. We've also built a nice pergola to add a bit of structure, and also for growing our runner beans up against. So we think that's going to be quite a nice addition to the garden. John's wall has continued to grow and succeed. We've got a great pile of sweet peas and some lovely Peruvian lilies, and a very large lupin that's sort of growing there. The two pear trees we thought were non-eaters. In fact, one's an early eater and the other's a late eater. So we've had quite a fair number of pears off those. They've been really, really successful. Lots of little shrubs and bushes coming up. Ceanothus here, a cistus there, and the hollyhocks that Lucian gave us, our neighbour, have really flowered right the way through the year. Have been absolutely fantastic. And we're at the stage now where we've started to split plants, which is lovely, and we're filling up all the borders as we go. And main job this year has been taking down the tops of the very large trees that have been allowed to overgrow, and you may be able to see down in the meadow, just at the bottom there are two trees. One's an apple just by the bonfire, one's an apple, and one's in fact two apples, one's a russet, one's a cooker. And we lopped those down, and that's really helped. And this little garden here is developing beautifully. It took me 3 days to take out a hazel root, a stump, just down there, but hopefully the plants that have gone in will appreciate it. And the only tree that's left is this very large shrub in the middle, which is going to take a bit of a hacking next year. And unfortunately it's full of sparrows, so they'll have to find somewhere else to live for a little while. The border at the side looks a bit raggy and drab at the moment, but I assure you it's absolutely full up with plants, is ready to go for next year. So we've left a lot of the calendulas in as an experiment to see if they continue to grow over winter and will revive. There's Pittosporum there. There's lots of these daisies, they've self-seeded. We've also got hydrangeas, all sorts down here, and I've also managed to put a few of the fruit trees in. They seem to have been quite happy to be moved. And all this area down here I've raked over, dug, cleared weeds, and it's all been seeded ready for the winter. And the area down by the river now ought to be a little bit smarter and tidier when all the grass comes up next year. So really that's about it. I think the house is looking very pretty. Daniel's been out, and our local roofer, and has fixed the roof, and we're in a position next year where hopefully we'll have 3 bedrooms, and anybody who wants to come and stay will be able to do so. So last day in October 2011, and it's been a fantastic year.